Columbia and Edgefield County. And something new here at 5 o'clock, we actually just had a number of our metro counties placed underneath a severe thunderstorm watch until 9 p.m. this evening. So even though we are currently tracking some severe storms now, that threat is expected to continue until around 9 p.m. later tonight. Flash flood watch is still in effect for our western counties until 2 a.m. late tonight into our early Wednesday morning. So a lot of heavy rain in store and potentially some more severe storms with that. Now, this is an active severe thunderstorm warning across McDuffie, Columbia, Edgefield, and Saluda counties. This is going to stay in effect until 5:45 p.m. It is producing up to 60-mile-per-hour gusts and nickel-sized hail. So if you live in Evans Martinez, this storm is heading right towards you, and you're likely already starting to see that rain pick up. Thompson, you're getting hit pretty hard as well, seeing some very heavy rain. With the lightning threat, make sure you are staying inside, away from windows. Let this threat pass on by. You should start to see improving conditions here within the next, say, hour or so, with just some rain kind of lingering in behind this main initial push. But once again, through this evening, we're going to keep that chance for some hit-and-miss showers and storms. Some of those could be on the stronger side. Closer to us here in the Augusta Metro, we are tracking some heavier rain now about to cross the river towards Beach Island. SRP Park, there is a shower close to you, but your better opportunity for rain is from that severe warning line that's going to be dropping towards Augusta here within the next 30-45 minutes. In our southern counties, just very isolated coverage of showers and storms, nothing currently severe, and those are currently behaving for the most part. But this is a look at just a widespread, what we call an MC a mesoscale convective system just dropping south and producing these active line of storms for us. It will continue into this evening as we head into past 9 p.m. The severe weather threat looks lower, but the rain threat is going to stick with us. So even though the severe weather threat may not be with us tonight, that heavy rain threat will be. We'll have much more on the radar updates and your forecast for the rest of the week in just about 10 minutes.
All right, thanks for that, Riley. A big day at SRP Park. After COVID sidelined the Green Jackets for a year, it's time to play ball. It's also the first time the team's been able to be Braves affiliated for a season, and already we have seen a new record for season ticket holders. There are more than 2,000 of them, no doubt hanging on every word Riley just said. We'll take you live out to the pre-ball game coming up in the next half hour. The FDA could be close to giving Pfizer the green light for kids ages 12 to 15 to get their COVID vaccine. We're talking as early as next week. Pfizer says clinical trials showed it was 100% effective in children that age. Our Brittany Trapnell joins us now in studio with what our local experts have to say about all this.
Well, Meredith, as with every phase of the vaccine rollout, it all comes down to effectiveness and safety. I spoke with AU's vaccination coordinator, Dr. Joshua Weich. He says they will read through the data and pay attention to the FDA's committee next week before making any official decisions. In clinical trials, Pfizer tested about 2,200 12 to 15-year-olds. Those teens showed robust antibody responses and 100% effectiveness for the vaccine. As you may know, anyone 16 and older can already get the Pfizer vaccine, but Dr. Weich with AU Health says the situation is changing with the virus in young people. The UK variant, which is now the main strain, is more easily spread to everyone, but especially kids. And for that reason, he says parents should consider their options.
Parents are going to go to their pediatrician and ask their pediatrician their opinion on if their child should receive this vaccine. How we distribute that vaccine may require different strategies that we're currently working through, but we really want to evaluate that information from our perspective before moving forward.
He was evaluating all of this while also trying to encourage the rest of the community to get vaccinated. Their numbers have dropped considerably over the past month, and as have the numbers at the VA. So what are they doing to change the trend? We'll have that answer for you on News 12 at 6 o'clock.
Thank you, Brady. President Joe Biden setting a new vaccine goal to deliver at least one dose to 70% of adults in the U.S. by July 4th. The president will call for states to have shots available on a walk-in basis and will direct many pharmacies to do the same. For the first time, his administration is moving to shift doses from states with weaker demand to areas with a much stronger interest. If you want to get the vaccine and not have to worry about scheduling an appointment, there are some walk-up options for you this week. One is coming up tomorrow at the Department of Children and Family Services. It's on Old Louisville Road in Augusta from 9 to 11 in the morning. There's another one Thursday at the Broad Street Transfer Center from 5:45 to 9:45. Although the priority will be for transit riders there, organizers tell us walk-ins are welcome there too. You will have the choice of the 2-dose Moderna vaccine or the one-dose Johnson & Johnson vaccine. For more information, you can head to our website or our WRDW app. Restrictions on travel from India to the United States begin at midnight. Now, all of this coming after a recommendation from the CDC as India has seen a major spike in COVID cases. Hospitals there are crowded, lines long to get the vaccine. The country averages more than 357,000 new cases and some 3,000 COVID deaths every day. At the moment, United Airlines is the only major U.S. carrier operating nonstop flights. The travel restriction does not apply to U.S. citizens, permanent residents, and others with exemptions. But all incoming approved travelers will need to test negative, quarantine, and then retest before entering the United States. Getting a COVID test without having to leave home just got a little easier. The FDA has authorized 5 over-the-counter COVID tests that give results within minutes. Dr. John LaPook took a look at the new test and just how well they work.
Steph, a very deep three.
Before watching Steph Curry lead the Golden State Warriors, unvaccinated fans at home games are required to score a negative COVID test, either at the arena or before leaving home. The Warriors are offering ticket holders the Lucira test. It's one of 5 over-the-counter COVID tests recently authorized by the FDA. Results are ready in 30 minutes or less.
Twist and pull the tab off the processing fluid container.
Claire Maldarelli on the team at Popular Science evaluated several at-home test kits.
This is the Abbott Binax Now, and I'm going to try it.
Samples are collected through nasal swabs that don't have to go too far up the nose.
4, 5.
How is the nose swab?
No big deal, because I'm not going all the way up.
They don't need to be mailed or sent to a lab for analysis.
Put 6 drops. Close over the swab.
Results are ready in 15 to 30 minutes.
And I am, as expected, negative.
Popular Science found the tests were easy to use with a small learning curve.
It is blue. Thank you, Lord.
Even with a negative result, someone with COVID symptoms should check with their doctor. That's because these home tests are not perfect. The FDA told CBS News, in order to be authorized, these home tests have to agree with the gold standard PCR results at least 90% of the time.
And you can be negative today, have a little bit of virus, and then 36 hours later, there's a lot more virus, so you test again, and then it's positive.
Exactly. It's just a snapshot in time.
And for those not yet immunized, like school-aged children, frequent at-home testing could help curb spread.
Dr. John LaPook, CBS News, New York.
The at-home tests are becoming more available online and in drugstores. They cost between $24 and some are more than $100, but some insurance companies will cover the cost. You could require a prescription, though. Before now, you had to mail off a test that you took at home and wait a few days for results. So this could be a game changer. An update now to a major project in Columbia County. There is a ribbon cutting for the new Performing Arts Center next Friday, so it is getting close. Tonight, Columbia County commissioners are set to vote on a couple of things that could help attract concerts and acts. First, they'll talk about a possible 3-year agreement to have Ticketmaster exclusively handle tickets. They'll also discuss setting up an agreement with a company that produces and presents theater events and concerts. Of course, we'll be following this meeting for you. We'll update you as soon as we learn more or if there's a decision. New apartments could be coming to Columbia County. What it is going to look like will likely change, but we're told this is the initial proposal. They'll be located on Washington Road near Mullins Crossing. They'll have more than 200 units in 7 3-story buildings, a clubhouse, a fitness center, also a resort-style pool included in the plans. The company has asked to withdraw their plans so they can rework it a bit. They're waiting to hear back about what those changes will be. Tonight, commissioners will vote on if they will allow them to withdraw or not. We'll also be watching this for you. Augusta city leaders are tackling an issue that's been going on for years. They're holding a public hearing over Mayor Hardy Davis's request to keep the decal off his city-issued car. They are meeting today in person for the first time in a year to discuss it. Commission approved to have that decal removed back in 2019, which was actually an exemption to state law. The decision came after the mayor claimed he received several threats. Now, at the time, the I-team looked through the Richmond County Marshal's Office and Sheriff's Office records. We were not able to find anything recorded about any threats against the mayor. Georgia state law requires all city vehicles to have city logos printed on them. We'll tell you what comes out of that hearing coming up tonight on News 12 at 6 o'clock. Hundreds gathering in the South Carolina State House today, calling for an end to all abortions in the state. In a sheet handed out to attendees, people were asked to lobby their lawmakers to support Representative Jonathan Hill's amendment to the budget. That amendment would make it so the state cannot allocate any tax dollars to go to abortion providers. While the House and Senate have both passed the budget already, the two chambers are expected to meet in the coming weeks to hammer out the differences in the two versions. Hill says he will introduce his amendments then. Republicans have voted down similar amendments from Hill in the past, and Governor McMaster has also tried to defund abortion providers. The move has been struck down in the courts.
Well, we are still keeping an eye on a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for portions of McDuffie, Columbia, Edgefield counties. That heavy rain has now started to show up here in Augusta as well. Radar check and a look ahead of that forecast coming up.
A local woman turns to the I-Team to warn you about this.
When I heard your oven exploded, I was in shock.
The I-Team found she's not alone. Reports of all different brands of ovens shattering across the country. Exploding ovens Thursday on News 12 at 6 o'clock.
It comes out of nowhere. 1 second everywhere.
You can see some cloud cover, and it is moving quickly. Today is a first alert weather day. Our chief meteorologist Riley Hale has been watching all of these reports, the radar, and Riley, it is not looking good for the Green Jackets tonight.
Unfortunately not, Meredith. We actually have this tower cam here actually pointing towards North Augusta and SRP Park. Oh, unfortunately it looks like, oh no, actually I think we still can't see it. So SRP Park's about right here. They've been battling a few showers closer towards the river, but we're now tracking this line of showers and storms heading towards us here in Augusta. So you can see a few more raindrops on the lens here as this storm starts to approach us here in Augusta. Now, it's not technically severe here in Augusta, but we do have a severe thunderstorm warning just north of town in Columbia and Edgefield County. Very muggy air out there today, and that's adding the ingredients to our atmosphere to produce these storms today. Here's a look at this active severe thunderstorm warning in effect for portions of McDuffie, Columbia, Edgefield, and Saluda County. Now, the worst of this storm is most likely up ahead of this main initial line that is now moving towards Augusta. So I would expect that they're going to allow this severe thunderstorm threat to expire here most likely before 5:45 p.m. But once again, anywhere around the Augusta metro, we are tracking heavy rain, lightning. There is some gusty winds out there as well. So right along this I-20 corridor between 520 and Aiken and Richmond County, very heavy rain on the interstate, so not safe to be driving around town currently. Blinding rain out there, folks, and it likely will continue for the next several hours. Now, a wide look at the viewing area. This is just our first initial wave of storms dropping south through the viewing area, producing the potential for more severe storms as we head into this evening. Now, a second wave is expected to show up later tonight. That is producing much more active severe weather in Mississippi and Alabama this afternoon. Now, since we're seeing rain currently this evening, that should lower the severe weather threat past sunset tonight. But still a slight risk for severe storms for the entire CSRA for that potential of scattered severe storms through this evening. Now, here's a look at it hour by hour. Once again, this first initial wave now going to be dropping south through the viewing area for the next several hours. As we head past 8, 9 p.m., that's when that second wave is expected to show up, but that is not expected to be severe. Since we are seeing a good bit of rain currently, that'll stabilize our atmosphere and make it less likely to see severe storms as we head towards midnight. But that's not to say that heavy rain will continue, and if we see over an inch or 2 inches of rain in some spots as that continues into tonight, that could pose a localized flooding problem just in those mainly flood-prone areas. But the first alert day does continue through this afternoon and evening, just for the threat of those strong wind gusts with storms, frequent lightning, and can't even rule out some localized flooding either if you do get stuck underneath a heavy downpour for a good while. That is why our western counties are still included in this flash flood watch until 2 a.m. They saw between 1 to 2 inches of rainfall yesterday, so as that continues this afternoon and evening, that could pose a limited flash flood threat for them. And we do have a new severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 9 p.m. for us here in the Augusta metro, also including Columbia, Edgefield, Saluda, Aiken, Barnwell, Bamberg, Burke, and McDuffie County. So a good number of us will continue to see that severe weather threat through this evening until around 9 p.m. And then as we head into Wednesday, unfortunately, still not 0%, unfortunately, for severe storms. Now, it is a much lower threat on Wednesday, a marginal risk, so a 1 out of 5, and mainly for the potential of just some stronger wind gusts with storms on Wednesday. And with tomorrow, most of the storms, if they were to form, would most likely stay south of I-20 for that severe threat on Wednesday. But it's going to stay very warm tonight, mid to upper 60s for low temperatures. Tomorrow afternoon, back above average, mid to low 80s. Likely going to feel a little bit hotter than that with those humid conditions sticking around Wednesday. But much drier air does move in by Thursday, and you can see it drops our temperatures a little bit. Upper 70s for highs Friday, then waking back up in the 40s by Saturday morning.
All right, thank you, Riley. Severe weather rolled through parts of Tennessee and Georgia early this morning. In Chattanooga, heavy rain left streets covered in water. In Wilson County, Tennessee, a storm sent a barn crashing to the ground. And in Dalton, Georgia, downed trees blocked roads. A dog is stepping up in a big way to help kids who need it the most. Chelsea Donovan shows us how one canine helps kids on their road to recovery.
When 16-year-old Seth Emmerich was admitted to CHKD a month ago, he couldn't walk. He had suddenly lost all movement in his lower body.
Sarah.
Touch. Enter this golden guardian angel, Sarah Lee.
She is a facility dog that comes to CHKD with me every day. I'm her handler, and we work on rehab and neuroscience together.
The 7-year-old four-legged friend is literally a 40-hour-a-week employee of the 8-bed children's rehab unit.
She gets paid in food and love and pets.
But how she's paying it forward to patients like Seth is even more far-fetching.
Seth, pull really, really hard. Like a little tug of war. Yeah, good girl. Sarah Lee has maybe some what you would call advanced training. So a therapy dog maybe has a college degree, and a facility dog has a master's degree or a doctorate. So she has some more advanced training.
She knows more than 40 commands that help patients like Seth overcome his nerve damage, strengthen his reflexes, endurance, and motor skills.
Sarah, that's good girl.
Sarah Lee has helped with me leaning forward and leaning to the side and shifting my weight. Lap, Sarah.
You got it. Oh, is it just
Girl.
Her love, handshakes, and wet kisses also help build confidence, social skills, and lower stress and anxiety.
Being in the hospital, like I said, can be very scary. And when you have maybe a little piece of home or comfort, it really helps to decrease the stress of being in the hospital.
In your lowest lows, she can make you feel like joy from inside out. All smiles, all giggly, all fun. She really resets your day when she comes in.
Don't all dogs do that? What's the saying? We don't deserve dogs. They're just so great. So great. Most people turning to streaming services for movies, and with so many options out there, it really is overwhelming. Why is it hard to find something to watch? It is. We'll show you how a new feature helps fix that for you.
Our attorney can't
Dogs tremble at the sound of our name. The Live Eye Camera Network is brought to you by Mountaineer Pest Services.
I want my daughter to feel strong, to know that she can do anything in this world.
Being a mother to twins has been the most beautiful and amazing experience of my life.
You want to be a mother? One day. Time passes by so quickly. Cherish those moments.
With everything that I do, I try to be a role model to my children.
I would say that being a dad has really taught me
COVID-19.
Getting tested for COVID-19 helps you to take the steps needed to protect yourself, your loved ones, and your community. Find the testing location at scdhec.gov/COVID-19 testing.
Join holiday vacations on a tour to America's southwestern national parks, September 1st to the 10th. We'll explore the Red Rocks of Arches, experience the immense sweeping vistas of the south rim of the Grand Canyon, dramatic scenery of Zion, and towering spires of Bryce Canyon. All airfare and hotels are included. Visit holidayvacations.com keyword Augusta for information on how you can attend a virtual travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
Hey, folks, looking over our Whiskey Road Cam, Genevieve's helping us keep an eye on storms this afternoon. And actually, we are tracking a good batch of storms heading towards Aiken. So Genevieve not likely going to be hanging out there all too much longer. Let's go to radar and first give an update on this one. Still severe thunderstorm warning in effect for portions of McDuffie, Columbia, Edgefield, and Saluda counties. Now, this is still technically a severe warned polygon, but we're not really seeing active severe weather inside that polygon currently. We're tracking some stronger storms, though, now just moved through Augusta. North Augusta, you're seeing the worst of it. This is traveling down Jefferson Davis Highway and heading towards Aiken, so get ready. A lot of red and orange on the map there barreling towards you, producing some very heavy rain, a lot of cloud-to-ground lightning as well, so make sure you are getting inside if you live around Aiken. Let that storm pass on through. We saw the threat for more severe storms through this evening till around 9 p.m. Less of a threat for severe weather on Wednesday. Then we're perfectly clear by Thursday, looking good Friday into the weekend as well.
All right, thanks for that, Riley. All eyes to the sky as SRP Park has its opening day. We'll take you there live coming up in a few minutes.
If you love them enough